All right, here we go. Hope everybody's doing well. Gonna talk about this new Hot Toys announcement, this new Spider-Man, or actually it's Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0, red and black suit style from the Marvel Spider-Man 2 video game. We're gonna jump into it here in a little bit, pulling up some of these photos to go over this this release reaction with you guys. Just going ahead and getting started here in a minute. We'll once we get a few more people in here, if we get a few more people in here, we'll kind of talk about this together, kind of talk about what we think about this announcement, and if it's something that's worth picking up. You know, I mean, with everything we're getting, you know that there's facts of life. You know that Hot Toys is going to bring another Spider-Man. You know it. So here we are once again. And as my thumbnail would say, it feels like we've been here before. Recently, talking about figures that were very similar to this. So we're about to hop into it. But if you're just now joining, we just got started here. Going to talk about this. Let's see if I have the picture up right here. We're going to be talking about this guy right here. This Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0, red and black suit style. Just in case you weren't aware. It's limited also, I believe. I believe this is limited as well. And let's kick over to... Yeah, I believe this is 2,500, but I'm double checking that. But while I'm checking that, how is everybody doing? Got 4 in the chat right now. Again, we'll there's 1. If there's 45,237, we're gonna keep it rolling. So thank you if you are in the chat. Thank you for being here, checking out the release reaction here. Just right off of the like, my first initial thoughts was, as soon as I got that notification, dude, as soon as I got that notification that, hey, here we are again, Hot Toys store, Hot Toys Collectibles just made a post. What could it possibly? I was thinking Xenomorph. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking it was gonna be an announcement or a release. I was thinking Xenomorph announcement. I was thinking Artisan Joker release. But hey, it's a Spider-Man, and I love Spider-Man. But this is interesting. This is an interesting announcement. One I wasn't expecting at the same time. Now that you're really thinking about it, makes a lot of sense. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to go through these photos here. And we're gonna just show this right here. We got the Hot Toys Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0 red and black just announced. What's everybody's initial thoughts on this? Like, what are we thinking here? Like, what is the let's do a vibe check here. What are we thinking? Is this a piece that got you excited? Is this one that you're kind of like, hey man, I could really just I could have done without? Or are you somewhere in the middle? Earlier when I was live, I wasn't able to pull up comments, so I'm just double checking to make sure that we're good, that everything's looking good, sounding good. Let me know if there are any technical difficulties. And all right, yeah, we're good. We're rolling. If you're just now coming into the chat, the question is, what are we thinking right out of the gate? Like, before we even get into these photos, what are we thinking about this announcement? I'd really like to hear everyone's opinion on that. Let's kick it over to the chat, because we got a couple people in the chat already. And we got, who we got here? See Jesus Toys. Let me know if I pronounced that correctly. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, man, so thank you so much for being here. It really means the world to me. Says it's not for me, but it's definitely beautiful. That's, you know what, man? That's a great way of putting it. I think that's going to be a lot of people's thoughts on this. If I had to guess, I don't want to speak for anybody, but this is kind of what this is kind of my thoughts on it as well. But we're going to look at the pictures. We're going to see by the end of it if maybe we're more hyped, less hyped. We'll see. But as I said, man, it's just feels like, we've been here before. We've looked at this same type of figure before, and You know, two things can be true at the same time. It can look amazing, but it's just not for us. So we'll see. We got Yomo in the building saying, yo, what's up, Yomo? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for being here on a Monday night. I know you were in my stream earlier when we were talking about some other figures, man. So I really appreciate you tuning in once again. I really mean that, man. Thank you so much. We have CSA Clips in the building saying it looks good, but I'm not a fan of the PS Spider-Man suit overall. There you go, man. I mean, that's the thing. It's, you know, if you're a fan of this suit, this is exciting. If you're not a fan of this suit, I mean, that's the good news is, man, this is an easy pass for you. Which right now with all this stuff coming out, man, it's nice to every once in a while be able to take a breather. But thank you so much, CSA Clips. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before on one of my live streams, so I really appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Really means a lot that you are here and took the time to comment. And T Jesus Toys said I pronounced his name right, so that's good. That's good, man, because I thought I was gonna mess it up. But let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let me know in the chat as we go through the pictures if y'all want to look at a particular picture. You want to just let me know. We're just going to kind of go through all of these that were thrown up on the old Facebook page. And let's take a look. Let's go on this journey together. And let's take a look at this. Right here, I could just tell you, like the first picture right here, we'll take a look at this for a little bit. Like, you know, like CSA Clip said, like, you know, your mileage is going to vary with this suit. Like if you're a fan of this suit, if you like the look of this suit, this is probably looking great to you. I think we can agree, like the proportions, like the Advanced Suit 2.0 might have the best proportions of any Spider-Man figure. Like they did a really good job with the proportions, in my opinion. The Spider-Man always looks really good. Again, there was a ton of suits from the video game. They chose to go the red and black suit route. And as we know, man, this is a quick figure that they can keep churning out over and over again. So I don't think this will be the last one we see. We got to take a pause here, though, because we got to say what's up to Big Rib. Big Rib is in the building. We're saying, what's up, Justin? What's up, Big Rib? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here. Got here just in time, man. We're just now getting to our first image here of the Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0 red and black suit style. But yeah, the suit looks beautiful, man. I mean, as C Jesus Toys said earlier, I mean, it's a beautiful suit. I mean, you know, I kind of said this earlier about the Iron Man. We're just getting so many of like, and again, that Iron Man today that was released today is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. Okay. But man, it just seems like we're getting so much of like similar things. And again, I know that this is like the video game line. I know that you're going to get a lot of the same suit. So again, this really doesn't bother me too bad, simply because like it's one that, you know, really wasn't on my radar. But this is, you know, I don't know, man. It just seems like very, very similar. Again, yes, it is different color scheme or whatever. It looks great. But, you know, you just kind of, you know, with sometimes you just get these really great announcements, and, you know, not every single announcement can get you at the 10 out of 10 hype level, you know, and this one definitely doesn't. I think we're all in agreement. So, I mean, we're going to look through these pictures, like I said to the chat earlier, like maybe by the end of it, I'm thinking it's a little more hype. It looks great, but we've seen this figure a number of times already. I feel like, again, different color schemes, different whatever, but yeah, I mean, this will be a limited piece from what I understand. I believe it's 2,500. Correct me if I'm in the chat if I'm wrong. I believe I saw that on Instagram. 2,500 limited. Big Rib says, I love my Advanced Suit 2.0. This is a pass for me. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I'm very interested to see who's. I mean, again, if you're a big Spider-Man collector, you're somebody who is going to collect every Spider-Man figure, or like you really want all the different variants of the suit. It doesn't bother me that this is the limited piece, though. I've said it from the beginning. Like, I kind of like limited pieces being like variants or different suits or whatever. Like that's kind of because I don't like have, you know, FOMO for it. You know, when there's a limited drop where it's like a character that we haven't got yet, or like it's a you know, it's an artisan version of a character we haven't seen an artisan version of yet. Those are the tougher ones. You know what I mean? For this one, and again, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. But yeah, I'm not feeling the need to try to chase after this one. CSA Clip says, I like the PS black suit though. I've got that one. That's a beautiful, beautiful figure. I don't have it personally, but I've seen reviews on it. It looks beautiful. I want to see a comic accurate Steve Ditko hot toy with the lighter blue and red suit and fabric wired web wings. That would be cool too, man. I mean, that's the thing. That's what's so cool about Spider-Man the character, and that's why I like this release. Like, it does feel like deja vu to me because I feel like we're seeing, if you put, it's like which one of these images is different from the other, and yeah, there's different variations of it, but it just seems like, man, I feel like I've talked about this style of figure a number of times already this year, and we're getting a lot from that video game line. Again, it makes sense from a business perspective. Like, they're going to keep giving us, like, that's a quick turnaround for them. That's again, this is a limited piece. It's going to sell really quickly, I believe, especially at 2,500 for Spider-Man. So, but CG's Toy says, my wallet is grateful that I don't want this one badly. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too, man, because with everything that's been thrown at us, man, and not just Hot Toys, like every company, we got tons of announcements, tons of upcoming pre-orders that, I looked at that Sideshow live stream today, and they showed off the Pennywise. They showed off the that Xenomorph from Romulus, dude. I mean, they showed off a lot of stuff. Just kicked my desk. Sorry for the shake if that happened. But yeah, man, it's just I'm actually happy about this. Like, it's nice sometimes to get a release that you can appreciate it from afar, but you don't have to worry about, trying to get into the queue and getting this one. Valkyrie says, another live stream, LFG. Yeah, Valkyrie, I mean, again, man, I was sitting there, I was minding my own business, having a cup of water, and then all of a sudden, got the notification, Hot Toys store, Hot Toys Collectibles had just announced another Spider-Man, so I thought, hey, let's jump on here, let's talk. And we got 8 people in the chat wanting to do the same, so I appreciate every single person being here. Give it a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. That'd really mean a lot. So let's go to the next picture. We've looked at this picture a lot, so let's go to the next picture, shall we? Let's go to the next picture here. And again, I think we're all in agreement here. This looks damn good. I mean, this looks damn good. Again, I can't stress enough. I'm kind of CSA clips from earlier, I believe. He said that not a fan of the suit. This suit, I'm not the biggest fan of it either, to be totally honest with you. It's not my favorite Spider-Man suit, not even close. It's a suit that, again, the figure looks good. It's almost like a variation of all the different ones we've gotten. So it's like the Advanced Suit 2.0, the symbiote suit. We're getting a lot of almost like a Frankenstein creation of a Spider-Man figure here for the video game series line. And it's interesting because they just came out with that news story not too long ago that pretty much all the DLC for the Spider-Man 2 game is scrapped. They're not going to go through with they're not going to go through with sorry, I was reading the comment. They're not going to go through with the story DLC. Really interesting. Maybe they feel like this is kind of their chance to get a few more. Again, it's going to be one that they made limited, so it's going to sell pretty well. Big Ribs, his like has been hit. LOL. I appreciate it, Big Rib. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, for me, it's simple. It's like this looks damn good, but again, without repeating myself, which I'm gonna do 500 times tonight. Just like this figure, we're gonna repeat ourselves because this is very similar to what we've already seen, just different color scheme. But again, I kind of like that personally for the limited piece. If it's a limited piece, if it's a 2,500, 3,000, whatever, I actually kind of like that it's a variant of the suit. As I said before, it's better than the alternative, which is just a character that you don't have yet that goes up on sale. At least a lot of people have a video game Spider-Man, or if they wanted one. Yomo says it looks cool, but if I were to get black and red video game Spidey suit, Spider-Man, see, that's the one I like better too. I like that Spider-Man as well, and that's what I'm saying, Yomo. Even with that Superior Spider-Man, again, different suit, but just with the different mechanics and just the blogger images and the promotional images and everything, it just feels like the same type of thing, And at least with that Iron Man today, and the reason I keep going back to Iron Man is because it's just been a weird day of we got an Iron Man release, and then we get a Spider-Man announcement, 2 of the figures that they probably go back to revisit more than anything Hot Toys does, and for good reason. I mean, they're big sellers. But that Iron Man, just at least it looked like a different version of the suit. Again, it's the Mark II, and that had a different base and everything. This one, you get your standard base here, And again, it's like a Frankenstein mashup. Um, it's like a Frankenstein mashup of all of like the 3 previous announcements or 3 previous releases from this line. So, some people are going to be into that because some people are wanting to collect all the Spider-Man. Some people, and I'll put myself in this camp here. After a while, you just kind of get fatigued with like this with certain characters just because of the frequency of what we're getting them. And I think that's why I get so excited about these different IPs that are getting announced for the first time, because we're starting to see like characters again. When's the last time we got a Hot Toy Xenomorph? I keep talking about that figure, but again, I mean, the nature of it, it's Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Batman. I mean, these characters, these are the big sellers. So from a business perspective, I totally get it. Valkyrie says this Spider-Man looks good. It does. It looks damn good. It really does. Just not one that really just moves the needle for me. Just doesn't get me excited to pre-order. I know it's limited, so that's kind of appealing from a collecting standpoint, but it's one that I'm definitely not going to be going after, I don't think. Movie Candidate says, A Life with Justin. Thanks so much for being here, Gio. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good evening. So yeah, let's kind of go through these pictures a little bit here. Again, man, I can't stress enough the body proportions on these figures here. This advanced suit, I just really like it. I think they did a great job with the way it looks. And again, when you see him without that base, it looks even cooler. I actually like this look here of these kind of being on the ground here. I really do. I like that. And and we're going to get to like what all the figure comes with, but I mean, it doesn't come with a lot. Like, you're kind of getting what you can expect from this type of release, which is good. Not every figure has to have a huge diorama base, but I just like this, man. I actually think that this is one of the stronger images we've gotten so far, because again, man, the one thing I will say about these video game Spider-Man, like the advanced suit Spider-Man, for me, the body proportions are probably the best we get from any Spider-Man Hot Toys. I just think it looks great. And again, if you like this suit, if you like this color scheme, I mean, the red and black does look cool, and it's happening again. It's happening again, guys. The more I look at it, the more I'm thinking, you know what? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have this. Like, it wouldn't be terrible, but I can't do it to myself. I got to stay disciplined. But it does, man. It looks good. And I agree right here with See Jesus Toys here. He says, man, that's a sweet pose. I agree. This is a cool pose right here. This is a cool pose. I like this a lot. Again, a lot of cool action shots we're seeing, but I kind of like that look. That's a look that I could see going in the display if I were to pick this up. Here's another really cool pose here. Again, you're kind of seeing, the different versions of the character, like the different action poses, the different things. So again, to get another one of these, your mileage is definitely going to vary, as I said earlier, on this suit. If you're a fan of this suit, as I said before, not my favorite suit, but man, I'll be honest, the proportions of it, like everything, like the body on these figures here, I love the mask. I mean, it looks really good. It does. It looks really good. And you can kind of see the different poses. I mean, you know, using dial-up internet apparently. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Had some technical difficulties on my first stream today. So I apologize if you're tuning in and then you tuned in. You're like, I'm excited to talk about this Spider-Man. Where the hell is he? All right, let's get caught up with this damn chat. Not this damn chat like in a bad way, but like, damn it, I can't believe we're behind on the chat because of the technical difficulties. So let's check it out here. Everybody just basically saying, hey, you're gone. All right, let's see. This is all man. We started having a lot of comments. I was like, dude, everybody's wanting to vote on the hype level here, but damn, yeah, this is what it is right here. So I'm actually getting that set up to where I can do that. Like where my I recently moved, so like that's why this isn't set up to the optimal thing. So this is 100% it. CSA Clip says, I'd love to see Hot Toys do some comic book Spider-Man villains. Hey, that's an idea, and that'd be cool, man. And again, Hot Toys is starting to do some more comic book accurate versions of characters, so that's really cool too. X-Men says, LOL, what is this figure? I don't know, man. Let's check it out together because I know you're hyped for this X-Man. Oh, there it is. Well, shit. Hold on. Sometimes, man, you get on this stream, you're thinking, hey, man, I got it all figured out. I'm finally hitting my stride. I finally understand what a stream is. I finally get it. And then the technical difficulties show up. So here we go. All right. So X-Men Supreme wants to know what this figure is all about. Well, we were just asking X-Men before I lost connection here. So the question we were asking was, what's your hype level? But based on our comment, X-Men, I'm assuming it's below a 5. My hype level is a 5. Love the character. Not it's this version of the character again, man. I just feel like we've been here before, like I've said at the beginning of the stream. Just constantly getting a different variation of this type of character. Not Spider-Man the character, but like the video game advanced suit style character. But again, man, it looks good. It's just an announcement that just doesn't get me hyped. And somebody said it earlier in the chat, like the superior Spider-Man, like if I was to pick one of these variant suits, like that's the one that I think looks really good. But yeah, so we're gonna go to I mean, these images are good. Like I said, man, you could see like some of the good things about this figure here. There's nothing wrong with the figure. I think it's just one of those things where like I feel like people are a bit, and I don't want to speak for you guys, but just for me, it's like fatigued kind of like with I kind of felt like that with this Iron Man release today, even though it looks beautiful. I just didn't have that excitement that I normally would have just because we've gotten like 3 in the span of a few months. And same with this video game Spider-Man. Like as good as that Advanced Suit 2.0 is, I don't know, man. This just doesn't get the hype level rolling for me. But let me know what you guys think. CG's Toys says he thinks it's Gremlins that's messing up the stream. I agree with this 100%. This is something that I was thinking, but now that we're saying it out loud, it makes total sense. CG's Toys. Absolutely makes sense. X-Men Supreme. By the way, X-Men, thank you for being here, man. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. Time out. Hold up. We're going to try this. You know what? That's on me. Because we had some people come into the chat when I was having the difficulties. People that always show up in the chat that I didn't even get to look in the eye and say, hey, thanks for being here. All right. Brick Artemis. I'm just picking this random comment. His cursor is moving. That's all that was moving earlier. Brick, thanks for being here, man. Truly appreciate it. Kind of want to hear your thoughts on this, Brick. Let me know what you think. If you're saving it for your stream tomorrow night, I totally understand. But I know you're a big Spider-Man guy, dude, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But thank you for being here, man, for real. And then, obviously, we got X-Men Supreme. X-Men Supreme's at a 0. But before we get into that comment, X-Men, thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate you tuning into the stream. It means a lot that you decided to spend a Monday evening here, man. So I really appreciate it, X-Men. Thank you. I love Spidey, but a lot of the game suits just don't work for me. Not feeling this one. That's how I feel about the game suit, man. And CSA Clips that's in the chat as well kind of said the same thing. He's like, the suit's just not for me, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, I think the figures look really good. Like, I'm saying this again just in case people are getting in here for the first time, but the body proportions and everything, like, it looks really good. Like, you know, I mean, there's nothing that you can really look at and be like, man, this figure looks like shit. Like, it looks really good to me. It just doesn't get me excited, you know? So see, Jesus says, it feels purely like a sound business decision from Hot Toys as opposed to a mic drop. Yeah, that's what it is. Probably getting some stuff out. We got, and it correct me if I'm wrong on this, but we got Pally Gaming. Did I say it right, Pally Gaming? Let me know how to pronounce that if I messed up. He says, hi. He says, this is my first time seeing your live streams. Well, Pally, I hope it isn't the last time, man. I hope it isn't the last time. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Seriously. So hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully I don't get booted out of my own stream because of technical difficulties. So I'm using dial-up internet from 1998. But we'll see what happens. Wait a minute. This ain't... first off, Jose G. Hernandez, thank you for being here again, man. Yeah, Savage Opress announced, is this legit? Well, shit. All right. Well, you know what we got to do now. We got to ask the question. We got to ask the question. We're going to put our first poll of the evening. Do we want to continue to talk about Spidey? Or do we want to switch gears to Savage? Let me know in the comments below. We'll go over both of them still. But, we're still going to go over both of them. But yeah, I want to get y'all's opinions on this poll. So definitely vote in that poll and let me know. Let's see. We got a lot of people coming in. Thank you so much. We got 16 in the chat right now. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about this, Jose, so stick around. Stacy says, good evening, Justin in the chat. This figure looks good, but not for me. That's how we kind of feel. We just had another announcement, Stacy. Vote in the poll if you want to talk about the Savage Opress here in a second. Yeah, that's going to get the needle moving for sure. So, you know, Hot Toys was like, hey, we'll throw this change up at you, and then we're going to throw the 100 miles per hour fastball at you as well. X-Men says, I love the symbiote suit and the superior look. I think the superior might be my favorite. Pally Gaming says you pronounced my name right. I appreciate that, Pally Gaming. I'm glad I was able to get it right, man. Again, thank you so much for being here. Really, really mean it. Jose G. Hernandez says, why would I lie? I'm known for fact checking. I just thought, you know, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to get that announcement as well. Pally Gaming says, what program are you using to stream? I love using Restream your stream, and the way you're putting chats on screen remind me of Restream. Yeah, I'm using a program called EV Mux that does my streams. And I've heard of Restream, though. I heard that that's really good as well. CSA Clip says, I think that Insomniac dropped the ball. I think that Insomniac dropped the ball big time with the suit in Spider-Man 2, mostly reused in the weird suit variant color thing. Who wants a pink Spidey suit? I mean, that's the thing, man. The game is like, they did the same thing. Like, you know, we saw that with Rocksteady with the Batman Arkham games. You know, you got just a tremendous amount of suit variations, stuff like that. So it was bound to happen. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. All right. We're going to come back to this Spider-Man. We got 18 in the chat. A few people in the chat are in all caps saying Savage. Stick around. We will still finish up our thoughts on the Spider-Man, but we're going to switch gears over to this Savage. So let me pull up these images, man, and my Lord. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Hot Toys, you know, I appreciate what you did here. I really do. This is exciting. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not even the biggest Clone Wars guy, but I do know Savage. I did watch enough of it to know this character. And this figure looks phenomenal. This figure looks phenomenal right here. It really, really does. It really, really does. I'm stalling you guys so I can get some of these images pulled up. So just give you know, we're still in it. We're still in it to win it here. But I'm trying to get all these images pulled up so we can go through this together. We can go on this journey together. This journey to a galaxy far away. to the Clone Wars, to Savage. And bro, this thing is an absolute monster. My God. Sorry, Spidey, but you weren't the announcement for tonight. Dude. Oh my gosh. All right. We gotta talk. All right, I got enough of the picture showing up. All right, 20 in the chat. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let's talk Savage Opress, man. What a beautiful time to be on live talking about Savage. Let's check in with you guys. Let's check in with the chat, see what we're saying. Everybody's saying Savage. Yomo's excited. Holy crap, Savage got announced. Yomo, you seem like the hype level's high for this one, man. Valkyrie says Savage posted about Hot Toys collectibles. Yep, we're here. Valkyrie. Thank y'all for letting me know. Pallet Gaming says, which Hot Toys, in your opinion, has the best articulation and most random posability? Out of the ones I own, dude, the Attack of the Clones Anakin that I just got has incredible, like, articulation and like, dude, that thing, you can put that in all kinds of different poses, man. So right now, I think it's that Anakin, dude. That thing is like for toy photographers and stuff, man. It's I mean, I was shocked how good like that figure would pose and move around, like. So yeah, I would say right now, again, just the ones I own, that's definitely up there. And the red and blue suit Spidey's really good, but I'm just telling you, man, that Anakin Attack of the Clones, like, really, really good with this. CG's Toy says, phew, that's lovely, man. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Yomo says the sculpt looks better in the pictures than the event. Yes. X-Men says Savage looks cool. Agreed. Low Key Collector says, I know nothing about this character other than Maul's brother. Calvin, I'm going to be honest with you. That's all I know. I know enough about the art to where I saw it, and yeah, I'm not going to even pretend that like I know a lot of deep lore about the character, but I've seen enough to know like enough about him to be excited. And honestly, I just think he looks amazing. Yeah, this is me too, Calvin. I feel like the more research we do, the more we're going to enjoy it. But yeah, I at least know enough about his arc in the Clone Wars to like be hyped for it. Stacy. Oh, and by the way, Calvin, thank you so much for being here, man. Truly, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Stacy, thank you for being here. If I haven't told you already, sorry. We're just so much stuff's coming at us. Now I'm thinking, I had Spider-Man on the thumbnail. Now it's Savage. So now I'm going to go in here after this stream. I'm going to put Savage on there as well, because I was not anticipating getting 2 announcements tonight. So this is exciting. But he says, oh my God, he looks amazing. So glad I have Clone Wars Darth Maul to go with him. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's a win right there. That is a win. Big Rib says Savage is a beast. You ain't lying, Big Rib. Savage is a beast. He is a massive character. He looks glorious. Pallet Gaming says, do you have any Marvel Legends? I do, but not many of them, Pallet Gaming. Not many of them, to be totally honest with you. I used to collect more of that stuff. The stuff that's like of that scale or close to that scale that I collect the most of is probably NECA figures. But I'll still pick up a Legends every now and then, like that Sentinel they just announced. I'm definitely interested in that. So depending on the character, man, I'll still pick up a Legends every now and then. But those kind of got, I just don't collect that as much as I once did. And even back then, I didn't collect a ton of it, but I still like the most recent ones I've gotten were the X-Men 97 characters. X-Men Supreme says Savage was commissioned by the Night Sister for Dooku. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His arc in Clone Wars is great, man. I love that whole arc with him and that I just can't think right now, but that whole arc was just fantastic. Loki says, looks like a YouTube recap kind of night. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like a 7 or 8 seasons condensed into 5 minutes. That's what we need. All right, let's take a look at this beast, man. Let's take a look at this absolute beast of a figure. We're going to be, let's get over to another image here. And we got that one up. So we're going to go to this one next. And this dude just looks phenomenal, man. I mean, that's just, there's really no other way to say it. Like, this guy looks fantastic. And if you're a huge Clone Wars fans, which I know a lot of people are, I know a lot of you guys are huge Clone Wars people. That's your huge thing to collect is Clone Wars. And this has got to be exciting. So the hands just look insanely good. And I think Yomo said it earlier. Yomo said this looks better than what was teased at the event. 100% agree, dude. This looks so good. And everything that we kind of saw in these events, man, are starting to come to fruition, which is very exciting. And yeah, dude, this dude just looks insanely good. Again, the thing that really sticks out are these hands, dude, or just look phenomenal. We got Tristan in the building. He says, I know I'm late, but today is all about the crow. I cannot wait. Yeah, Tristan is referring to my first live stream of the night. We talked about the caustic plastic / infinite statue. I can't even think right now, man. What was the name of that? It's like their new premium line. I had a whole video and I can't even think about it. But anyway, it somebody help me out in the comment. Tristan, what's the name of that line? But anyway, long story short, The Crow, Conan the Barbarian, and Labyrinth were the first 3 IPs that they announced for it. So yeah, very exciting. Going to be a great looking character. X-Men Supreme says The Crow. X-Men's favorite version of The Crow is the one that just came out in theaters. Here it is, Maestro line. Yeah, sorry, dude. I am just completely blank tonight, man. But Maestro, there we go. But yeah, dude, I mean, I think that in this picture right here, man, like right here, like if you look at this sculpt, man, I mean, this just looks great, man. You can kind of see the shaved down horns here. You can kind of see the bionic arm here. I mean, this looks really good. Again, man, just those hands are just so sick. And yeah, dude, his armor, just everything about this figure looks really good. I think if you are X-Men Supreme says, Justin, don't be out here telling lies about my crow. Oh, I just assumed X-Men. I'm sorry. I thought that was a 10 out of 10 for you, man. I apologize for that. X-Men does not like the new Crow remake. X-Men does not like the new Chrome remake. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here, X-Men. Yeah, but dude, this figure, man, it's I'm wondering now with this announcement if we're going to be getting that Sidious, man, that we're still waiting on for the Clone Wars. I mean, I don't have them pre-ordered personally, but I know a lot of people do. And I mean, I've seen the fight sequences in Clone Wars. I've seen the story arc with the Night Sisters. We will overcome. We will overcome the internet. We will. All right, I don't even remember what picture I had this on. So let me find this picture. Let me find this picture of Savage Opress. And let's get back to talking about this beast, man. Was it this one? Maybe it was this one. 25 in the chat, though, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I know mainly it's for Savage, but I appreciate that you clicked on this video anyway. But yeah, we're talking about Savage right now, so I appreciate everybody that is jumping in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I basically got a hamster on a wheel creating my my internet speed tonight. I've been booted a number of times, but hey, we're still here, and we're not leaving. Let's see. Tristan says, I love the OG Crow, and guess what? I like the new one too. Oh, wow. Okay, Tristan. Interesting. I would buy the 2020, 24, or 2024, the Crow. Yeah, that's cool, man. I respect that, Tristan. Excellent Supreme said, "Oh shit, they're doing lab," but they are, man. I don't know what characters they're doing, but yeah, Caustic Plastic, Infinite Statue, part of that Maestro line. See Jesus Toy says the mouth is brilliant. The slight red from lips that blends to yellow. Yeah, dude, great point. See Jesus, great point here. Great detail that you're picking up on. Yeah, dude, I agree with you on that, man. I really do. It's and what I love about the Clone Wars line, dude, is it's. And I said this about the Bad Batch figures, like the fact that you get this type of character that can go with the live action stuff just as well as the Clone Wars stuff. Like that's what's so good about Star Wars collecting is it's very versatile with what you could do with your displays. And I know a lot of people have a lot of plans for Savage Opress. Like this is going to be a huge announcement for a lot of people. This has been one that people have been waiting on for a while. So, but yeah, great input there on the mouth. I agree, man. That they did a really good job there. Valkyrie says, I bought and paid for my Sidious Clone Wars a long time ago and no ship date still. That's so wild, man. That's one of the biggest mysteries of the year for me is like, where the hell is that figure, man? I'm hoping now with this, maybe it's soon, maybe it's imminent, and that could just be a release that they just drop tomorrow, man. You just never know. I mean, sometimes there's no like rhyme or reason. You'll just get a release, and so we'll see. Yomo says he's beginning to believe. Yeah, I guess I am, Yomo. I guess I am. But yeah, dude. I mean, okay. So I'll ask this because we were asking this about the Spider-Man before we got this announcement, and I gotta ask, what's the hype level for this guy? Let's go ahead and close this poll out. And we're gonna get a new poll started. But go ahead and let me know in the comments below what your hype level is for this release. So we had 56%. Want to talk about Savage, 44% on Spidey. If you're still in the chat, want to talk about Spidey more than Savage, we will wrap tonight. But I definitely wanted to talk about this Savage since it was kind of beast on stream. So my next poll is: are you getting, or are you pre-ordering Savage Opress? All right. Yeah, so my hype level for this, man, let's see. Wait a minute. We haven't gotten to this part yet. Interchangeable horns. Oh, hell yeah. Interchangeable horns, bro. Let's get to that picture. Yomo. All right, on my way to get to that picture, though, I have to show this. Are we kidding? Are we kidding right here? Look at this, dude. Look at this sculpt, man. Look at these eyes, dude. Look at the like See Jesus Toys would say. Look at this mouth. Look at these teeth, bro. The paint applications on this, dude. This dude looks sick. This dude looks insanely good. Valkyrie Magnus says the Savage is too creepy looking for my wife and my kid. Savage. It's Savage or Kaivaj. No. Savage, right? Savage. Let me know, X-Man. Dude, spell it out for me to where I can sound it out to make sure I'm saying it right. I thought I was, man. Yeah, bro, you can't tell me that's an updated skull. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the ones from the it looked good. Like on the images we've already seen, but dude, this is different level, man. This is different level, Yomo. Yomo says this for sure polished. It looks like it, man. It looks damn good. X-Man says Cyborg Savage Savage. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I had it all along. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna keep looking at these pictures, man. I can't pass these up though. I can't. We're gonna get to the to everything this figure comes with, man. But we gotta take a look at a few more of these pictures because this thing is just looking crazy good. CSA Clip says I'm waiting on 4 figures. 3 of them I ordered over a year ago. Apparently coming in the next 3 months. Exciting times, dude. That's how it is with Hot Toys and just with stuff in general, man, with pre-orders right now is you'll pre-order something, you'll pre-order like 8 figures, and it's sometimes, dude, you'll get all of those in the span of like 2 months, man. You just never know. It's always really weird. But that's exciting, man. Yomo says, damn, I need Maul. Yeah, I know that Clone Wars Maul is out there for a good price, man. I'm just waiting on that Phantom Menace Maul. That's going to be the Maul for me, dude. That's the one I'm definitely getting. That's one of the best announcements of the year for me. And dude, I'm telling you, man, for Clone Wars fans, dude, this is up there for them. I mean, this looks so good. Oh, I totally agree. With this, Yomo. I had to prioritize Phantom Menace version first. That's me as well. I mean, Phantom Menace in general. Phantom Menace in general is the probably what I would prioritize on Star Wars the most right now. It's just because I want to see more announcements for that. As hyped as I am to see like these characters get announced for the first time, this is what we were kind of talking about. This Savage Opress, like to get this is just infinitely more exciting. And again, I love Spider-Man. Like I love Spider-Man the character more than I love this character. But I'm just saying this is really exciting because we're talking about a new figure, and it's all new. It's not like a repaint. It's not like a different suit. This is a truly cool announcement. And yeah, man. We have the Ben Thomas show in the building, everybody. Everybody say what's up to Ben. He says, hey, everyone, hit that like. Yeah, Ben, I appreciate you saying this. Yeah, definitely hit that like, guys, if you're just tuning in. We started off talking about the Spider-Man. Then somebody said, hey, whoa. I believe it was Jose Hernandez said, hey, whoa, wait a minute, Justin, wait a minute. In fact, let me speak directly to you guys. Oh, look at that. What? How did that logo get that big? Hold on 1 second. What the hell? That's wild, bro. Wow. All right. Well, what the hell was that all about? But anyway, yeah, so shout out to you guys in the chat saying, hey, look what else just got announced. But Ben Thomas, thank you so much for being here, man. Truly appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you again. Everybody saying what's up to Ben. X-Men Supreme says, I have to prioritize Wolverine, X-Men, and Batman. Yeah, you ain't lying, man. I mean, damn, we're getting so much right now, dude. You have to prioritize something, man. You have to prioritize something. This is a dangerous time to collect multiple IPs. It is very difficult on me right now because I collect multiple IPs. I love different IPs for different reasons. Like it's hard for me to pick an absolute favorite because I just love different versions of each thing, and it's just tough, man. You almost saying nuts in the chat. Yeah, Ben Thomas is here. Man. Everybody check out Ben Thomas's live stream every Sunday. Definitely check that out. But thanks again for being here, Ben. I really appreciate it, man. X-Men Supreme breaking out the nuts as well. So yeah, man. So again, the hype level for me on this one, again, this character is just not a character that, again, I know the character. I think he's a badass character. It's just not one that I have like a huge connection with. But in terms of like this announcement, I think this is a 10 out of 10 announcement. And my hype level personally, man, it's probably like a 7, 8 out of 10 only because of that thing with the character. Like that's really it. But in terms of how it looks, like, damn, dude, this looks insanely good. And I'm like my guy Calvin from Low Key Collector said, hey man, time to do a little research on this character here. Because me and him are kind of in the same boat. We know enough about him. But now we want to know more than just the, because again, I really know that one arc from Clone Wars. I think it's one of the best arcs in all of Clone Wars, even though I haven't seen all of Clone Wars. But yeah, dude, damn. And this would be this for me, Yomo, this would be 10 out of 10 for me. This would be 10 out of 10 for me, bro. This is a character I'm way more familiar with. I know that's weird because it's just how I've watched Clone Wars. I watched it by arc, not from start to finish. So like anytime that Ventress was in there at all, like I've watched everything on that. So this would be a sick announcement, dude. I hope we get this. Valkyrie says, I canceled my Batgirl pre-order so I can buy the Mark II Iron Man. That ain't a bad call there, Valkyrie. I mean, that Mark II Iron Man looks fantastic, dude. That Mark II looks fantastic. I'm just I don't want to say I'm burnt out on Iron Man, but I'm getting the suit up version. So for me, that's enough for the year. And then if I want to get an Iron Man later on, I will. But with everything else coming out, man, it's tough to keep up with all the Iron Man releases. But dude, look at this image. So you could see a lot of again, man, the thing that I keep going back to is these hands, dude. These man hands right here, bro. I mean, these things look insane, dude. Look at this. He's got like five different. I mean, I know that this is just like a sculpted hand, but like it just looks insanely good. And I mean, this dude would never have any problem opening up a jar of pickles. None. Like, dude, you need a jar of pickles open, dude? You need a jar of pickles open? He's your guy. He'd be able to do it. No question. Look at these damn hands. The question is, who's got bigger hands? This guy or that Attack of the Clones Anakin that we just got from Hot Toys? My goodness, man. I just unboxed that. That dude's hands are insane. We could sit here and talk about these hands all day, but we could talk about something else. But if y'all really want to get, I mean, again, the hand is right there, dude. I mean, these hands are absolutely insane. Yomo says, bro can fit a whole clone helmet in his hand. Yeah, dude. I don't even know. This is the most terrifying part of the character. Just this hand, dude. It's insane. It's insane, dude. But dude, this just looks great, man. His armor, it's kind of like what I talked about with like, with Balin's armor. Like I just like this look for Star Wars characters. It's like this kind of have like this, almost medieval type style to it a little bit. It's I just love the color scheme here. I just think it looks damn good. Dude, we're on the same wavelength here, X-Man. Is this body giving Balin's skull? Is it me? Yeah, dude, it really is. It has very similar characteristics. The broad shoulders. Again, I was talking more about the suit, but yeah, now that you mention it, man, there is. I mean, these hands are different. I mean, that's for damn sure. These aren't Balin hands, I'll tell you that much, X-Man. We got Loco Lou in the building. What's popping, people? Loco Lou, thank you so much for being here, man. Truly appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for tuning into the stream. We're just talking about Savage's. We're talking about this dude's hands right here. And I'll be honest with you. That's what we've been talking about for about 5 minutes, dude. And I'll be honest with you even more. Ever since we started talking about the hands, we've been getting people coming in. Because everybody's wanting to know, dude, what's going on with these hands? How many jars of pickles can this guy open up at one time? That is the question. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We won't do a poll. We're about to move on. We're going to talk about the head sculpt, all that stuff. But damn, dude, I mean, you can't just look at this and skip the picture. You got to talk about it for 5-10 minutes. But thank you so much for being here, Loco Lou. Really appreciate it, man. See Jesus Toy says, dude has serious attitude, and that's what I love most. And that's what's cool about the character. So again, the character's kind of like that. Like he's just got all this rage. Just absolute rage, man. And yeah, Loco Lou saying I'll pre-order this guy for sure. Loco Lou, man, this looks fantastic, dude. Like I said, we were talking about Spider-Man, and then the chat told me, hey man, look what just released. And I think everybody in the chat's agreeing, man. This looks fantastic. But yeah, dude, this is probably getting a pre-order for me as well, man. It just looks too good. X-Men Supreme says they're good hands. X-Men, you know it, man. You know it. Loco Lou says hit that like button. Yeah, that'd mean the world, guys. That mean the world to me. But just the fact that y'all are here really means a lot, and that y'all are participating in chat. And anybody that's in here that's not participating in chat, that's maybe listening to me while you're eating a bowl of cereal, or maybe you forgot to close out of YouTube and you're falling asleep, but it's still on and it's counting as a viewer, I appreciate you just as much. So I really do appreciate it. All joking aside. Thank you so much. And Loco Lou, I appreciate you, man. For real. They look good holding that lightsaber. You know what? Just for this comment, look at this, though. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this damn weapon here. I mean, dude, look at the chest on this dude, man. This dude's just lifting every single day of his life, dude. Look at this. And look at him, like See Jesus Toy said, dude. Look at this attitude. Just look at the rage. Look at the anger, man. The eyes, dude. The eyes and the eyebrows, they knocked that out of the park, man. I'm just telling you. This thing looks just insanely good. Big Rip said he must be good with the ladies with those hands. Man, that's the thing about Savage, man, is like all he wants is just to go around and just like beat the hell out of people, basically. You know, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a different maybe that's some fan fiction that one day, you know, we'll know, like maybe, you know, if he ever found the one, you know, but This dude just looks like he's got one thing on his mind and one thing only, and that's revenge. And a big jar of pickles he needs to open for somebody. Stacy said, wait until you bring up the picture with Maul. He is huge. All right. You know what? Let's bring up the picture with Maul. Let's bring up the picture with Darth Maul. And I actually have to bring up that picture. Hold on one second. Thank you for looking out, Stacy. We're definitely going to be looking at that picture. This is when you know it's a great looking figure and it's a great announcement, is when you just want to stay on a picture for so long. Like a lot of times, man, when you talk about these figures as much as we do, you can kind of try to skip ahead, look at different, and you're trying to look for something new to talk about. Every single picture, dude, is giving you something new to talk about. And that's why it's great promotional images. It's a great announcement. And this one's definitely exciting. And I just saw what you were talking about, Stacy. Oh my goodness. That is a great shot right there. Oh, and here we go. We just talked about Sidious. So yeah, I'm just now seeing a few of these for the first time, and this is absolutely insane. So I can't believe I was actually about to Stacy, thank you for looking out. Because guys, we're missing out on a lot of good photos here. So we're gonna look at those as well. My God. It's just like a treasure trove, man. All right. I was not expecting that many photos that I missed. So here we go. X-Men says, somebody give this man a jar of pickles. Dude, that's what he needs, man. Could you imagine, dude, that being an accessory? So this looks cool, right? Because you got Darth Maul here. You got Savage. But then you heard Stacy talk about how big he looks compared to Darth Maul. Look at this. Bro, what are we doing out here, dude? Is this dude just eating spinach every day of his life? I mean, is that what's going on here? This dude looks massive. This dude is huge. I mean, look at that hand. Hold on. I mean, I know I've said it a lot, but dude, look at that compared to Maul. Look at the size differential, man. So really, really great job they did with the body here. Here's a really cool image here. We just talked about that Darth Sidious here. Look at this right here, showing him off. I'm telling you, this has got to be imminent. This has got to be imminent, right, guys? I mean, this gets released this week, right? Has to. I'm going to go ahead and call it. We're getting Sidious this week. We have to, man. It just makes too much sense. But man, they knocked out of the park with these promo images, man. Yeah, he's eating Jedi and clone troopers. Yeah, dude, just a steady diet. Just a steady diet for Savage, man. He just, that's all he does, man. He just goes around opening up jars of pickles with those massive hands and just, eating clone troopers. This picture's kind of funny, I'm not going to lie. This picture's kind of funny, I'm not going to lie. Look at this face. Dude just casually just like taking on Maul in a press, like doesn't give a shit. This makes me want this figure, I'm not going to lie. This right here, dude, this face right here of just saying like, yeah, this is pretty easy. This is insane. This is a great image, man. This is like Hall of Fame promo images right here. Because you went from making this dude look like the biggest badass in the galaxy to this dude just reminding you who the hell he is. So this is a good advertisement for this figure too. That's why I think this is imminent. X-Men Supreme says, LOL, why is Palpatine over here looking like Mr. Bean fighting these guys? Dude, that's what I'm wondering, man. I mean, it's like he's focused on everything but this fight. It's almost like he just saw like a cheeseburger across the way. He's like, that looks fantastic. And these dudes are fighting for their lives, dude, to just try to get one lightsaber wound on them. And this dude's just got his mind elsewhere. I mean, that's why this dude's an absolute monster right here. Don't be fooled by these huge hands, guys. This guy right here in the middle, absolute monster. Yeah, lightsaber dude was amazing. Yeah, and I mean, that's what's cool, man. When you start digging into Clone Wars, and again, I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend I'm this like huge Clone Wars guy. There's so many people that like Clone Wars is their version of Star Wars. Like that's what they collect. That's really where their like mind is and head's at for their collection. And so I defer to those guys every time. But I know enough about it to know like that this is such a cool character and one that I even want, dude. Because again, he's just gonna look so badass, especially with And that's what I love about the versatility of Star Wars. You can put them with a bunch of different things. X-Men, but for real, Sidious handled these. Yeah, and that's what I love about Sidious in general, dude, is because I think that's why he's such an incredible character, is because of this right here. I just love this image, dude. This truly is selling this figure for me. Like, this is selling this figure for me, man. Like, dude, I want to recreate this. Like, this dude's face is like, dude, this is boring me, man. This is boring me. Yomo says they need to hide Palpatine's face more with the hood. You only see the bottom half of his face during the fight. Yeah, and you know, that's going to be an interesting thing, Yomo. I'm wondering that when you get this figure in hand, if you're going to be able to do that, or if that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. But regardless, I agree with you. I think that'd be really cool. Let's take a few. All right, so here is actually like the size here. So we got the actual size here, 34 centimeters. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what this actually means, 34 centimeters. I'll tell you how stupid, or like where my head's at tonight, because I'm not even, like, I'm kind of half, I'm just, there's so much to process with these proto images that I honestly thought that said 34 inches. And I was like, what? 34 inches. So when I saw centimeters, I was like, oh, because I had a whole thing I was going to say. But yeah, 34 centimeters tall. I mean, this dude is just massive, man. This is going to be such a sick character to have in your display. Yeah, dude, I mean, look, man. There's things I feel like I'm knowledgeable about, but when it comes to metric system, dude, I mean, I got to tap out of that. Yomo said, I was planning on getting this version of Palpatine until I saw... Yeah, that is 100% me, Yomo. And that's why I feel like Hot Toys, like kind of like, you know, messes up their sales a little bit. It's kind of like that Batman with the Armory, too. It's like everybody was on board with that Armory from Rises, and then they were like, oh, by the way, before this one even comes out, we got one with Dark Knight with a fully articulated Batman. So it's just one of those things, dude. But I totally agree. Like, that's the one I really want. But, dude, I'll be honest with you. Now with Savage Opress, damn, dude, I'm still probably not going to get that version of the character, but damn, dude, it's more tempting now than it was before, that's for sure. Stacy, good thing we got some people that are actually smart in the chat, unlike me. I apologize for my my lack of knowledge with this. But Stacy says 13.386 inches. Yomo saying almost 13 and a half. That's still sick, man. That's still bigger than, you know, regular scale figure. Again, I still think his size is going to look really good because there's a lot of width with this character too, which is really nice. Let's take a look at a few more of these images. So here we go. You can kind of see right here, interchangeable battle damage horns. This is what Yomo was referring to earlier, and this looks insanely good. The horns on Savage Opress are just a character on their own, man. This looks great. Again, I'm just super impressed with the paint applications here. I just think these paint apps look phenomenal, man. I think they really knocked it out of the park with this head sculpt. I mean, this is one of the... I mean, this has got to be one of the top sculpts, man, that we've seen. Like for... Especially for, like, animated characters that become... Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of, like, the Clone Wars figures and stuff, dude, I mean, damn, dude. Like, I don't know how you get much more accurate than this. This looks great. And X-Men says She-Hulk is taller. How tall is She-Hulk, X-Men? Because I'm trying to compare her size to like the Avatar figures. Like I wasn't sure what the difference was between their sizes or not. But yeah, dude, this just looks phenomenal. And we're gonna go look at the poll here. We've had enough time to vote on the poll. 20 votes. Are you pre-ordering Savage Opress? 70% say nah. 30% say duh. You know, I was thinking more of a 50-50, but I do this kind of makes sense to me. The more I'm thinking about it, this kind of makes sense just because a lot of people, even if you're into Star Wars, like a lot of people probably aren't super familiar with this character. I'm even not as well versed with this character as a lot of people. But yeah, dude, it just looks so good that like I want it. You know what I mean? It's one of those figures that's like looks so good. And dude, I just can't get over how good these paint applications look, man. Like these just look so good, man. Damn. Separate rolling eyeball system, which again is becoming the norm, which it should be, you know, in my opinion. Valkyrie Madness says, sorry guys, I have to be up at 4 a.m. Have a good night. All right, see you, Valkyrie. Yeah, we probably won't go too much longer anyway. We're probably going to wrap up just looking at a few more images, and then but yeah, Valkyrie, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. But yeah, man, this just looks. X-Men says She-Hulk is 13.9 inches. Okay, good to know. Let's see. Yeah, interchangeable Mechno left arm. I mean, damn, dude. Again, you got more of the hands here. I just love the armor, and like X-Men was saying, like this definitely gives off some. I gotta share the image. Definitely gives off some of that Balin vibe, man. With like just the stature and just the body, kind of reminds you of that release that just happened. Then we're gonna go to this right here, kind of see everything you get with this figure. Again, separate rolling eyeballs, interchangeable battle damaged horns, interchangeable Mechno left arm. LED lightsaber powered by USB. Get a couple different sets of hands here. Got the the typical rectangular Star Wars base, which I really like because that's probably going to keep this price point down, which is a big plus for me. I really like the price point of these Clone Wars figures. So anytime I don't see a huge diorama base, which I don't hate it all the time, I mean, I like a good diorama base, but for this, I'm really glad that it's just the regular. Just a regular rectangular Star Wars base. I just feel like it's going to definitely save us a little bit on the money side of things. But yeah, man, again, this just looks really, really good. I think it's a great announcement. Like, I think this is a really exciting announcement, and one that I'm excited. And I guess that I'll ask this question. Are you pre-ordering this? So again, we had 70% say no, 30% say yes on 20 votes from the comments. I'll answer this. I'm not sure yet. I know I just went on and on about how great it looks. I'm going to see the price point. If the price point is around the same as that Sidious figure, this definitely is probably coming home. Because I just think that this character, it's just one that I just think I would want to have in the collection. X-Men says, I wonder what difficulties will arise from the interchangeable horns. That's a good question. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at it, X-Man. It's hard to tell, man. If I had to guess, these will just pop out. I mean, you can kind of see how these are like ingrained here. I would just imagine that these would just pop out, obviously, and they would kind of click in kind of like the mechanic, like just a bigger mechanic of it, but kind of like the mechanic of like the lightsaber going into the lightsaber. Like, I'm sure it just fits right in there and clicks in. But yeah, I mean, you do run that risk of like, might mess up the head sculpt, might mess up the paint if you're not super careful. So we'll see how easy it is. We'll see what the mechanic is. I'm assuming, because we don't see like a line right here on these horns, that you would take this part out and just, you would have these horns. So let's take a look at the picture, actually. That might tell us. But see, here's what's interesting, X-Men. It doesn't show like any horns down here. So, I mean, are the horns magnetized? That's what I'm wondering, because you see 3 sets of hands here. You see these sets of hands for the Mechno arm, but nowhere does it show. It shows right here interchangeable. So yeah, if they're interchangeable, then you can change them in and out. So I should have read that part. So yeah, interchangeable. But yeah, that does make me a little nervous, man, with the sculpt and with that stuff. So that's definitely interesting. But yeah, dude, I mean, what a great night this turned out to be, man. Monday night, we started things off with Wayne Timothy is in the building. Wayne, what do you? I know you got to be hyped for this, Wayne. Wayne says, "What's up, Justin and fellow collectors?" I was just about to say, Wayne, how crazy it is how this night went. We were talking about Spider-Man. Everybody was a little kind of like, I don't know how we feel about this release, and then all of a sudden, Savage Opress jumps in, and it just made it kind of a cool night. But I appreciate you being here, Wayne. Thank you. Are you hyped for this one, dude? See Jesus Toy says, I'm not getting this one, but they sure don't make it easy to say no to this one. That's what I'm saying, man. Even if you're not like the biggest Clone Wars guy, or even if you're not super familiar with this character, you saw Calvin, Low-Key Collector, come in here earlier and say like, man, I got to do some research on this character. That's how good this looks. And so Yomo says $280 on Sideshow. So thanks for looking out, Yomo. Thank you for looking out, man. I will, yep. So it says photos coming soon. Photos coming soon. Expected to ship October 2025 to March 2026, bro. So we're starting to see for the first time these release dates. That the late 2025, early 2026. We're starting to get that. That's what I was telling y'all earlier on my last stream. I think we're going to start getting, whether it be Ahsoka line, whether it be, Spider-Verse, all these figures. I think we're going to start getting like releases quick throughout these next few months, just because I feel like there's just going to be a ton of announcements taking place that are going to be in this time frame. So again, man, like that Sidious, like that Clone Wars Sidious has to be coming out this week. It just has to be. But that's crazy, man. I was not expecting that release date to be that far out. I thought it was honestly going to be like April to October 2025. Yeah, this is well over a year away. I mean, maybe a year and a half, and that's just this ship date. It could come earlier, it could come later, so we'll see. Reminds me, Ben Thomas says, reminds me of the bad guy from Sin City. Yeah, this is what I was thinking too when you said the yellow bastard X-Man. Yeah, that makes sense. It actually does, dude. The yellow, the different type of yellow definitely does. Wayne Timothy says Savage will be joining the collection for sure. Yeah, I figured, Wayne. I knew you collected a lot of the villains. One second, I'm gonna take a little drink of water. X-Men says LOL OMG. I'm assuming you're talking about the release date on this, X-Man. And so let's take a look at let's actually take a look. Let's see, where is that Clone Wars Sidious? Let me see if I can find him. I'm actually trying to see the some of these other Clone Wars figures. So you can get, so guys, you can get, like, Sideshow is really trying to get rid of this dead stock right now. So if you don't have, so we're just going to click over here. So I just typed in Clone Wars, all right? You can get a lot of these Clone Wars figures. Like if you're going to be picking up the Savage and you want to have some characters to kind of fill out that line. Again, these are figures you could probably get cheaper even with these percentages off if you know where to look. Whether it be buy, sell, trade groups, eBay, whatever, you might be able to find it for even cheaper than this. But, obviously you got Darth Maul 25% off here. You got this Ahsoka Tano 25% off. You got Clone Wars Anakin 30% off for the one with the stap. Got some Clone Wars. You got the Clone Wars versions of the characters right here with Obi-Wan and Anakin. See, here's Sidious here from Revenge of the Sith. I'm looking for Sidious from so this is interesting, man. I might just have to Google this because I cannot find Sidious from Clone Wars on that. Like by the way, this is Asajj Ventress Mythos statue. Insane looking. I would desperately want a 6-scale figure. Let me see if we can. I need to see if we. Okay, so yeah, I have to Google. For whatever reason, it's tough to. So here we go. Expected to ship September of 2024. So yeah, this is imminent, man. I mean, I'm almost gonna guarantee you this comes out this week. I don't think there's any secret that this announcement's going to coincide with the release of this figure. And this figure looks fantastic. I mean, this really does, dude. This head sculpt here looks great. And this is kind of what Yomo was talking about with kind of having the hood over the eyes, so we're really only seeing the mouth. So that is a little disappointing with those new images, but this is kind of the look we want to see. This head sculpt just looks fantastic, dude. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting the episode 3 version of him as well, man. But I mean, damn, dude, this is when like he's almost at the peak of his powers, man. Let's check in with the chat here. Yomo says it's crazy to think those Sideshow Star Wars figures are around the same price as this. I know, man. That's what's crazy. Like $280 for Savage. That's not bad, man. I mean, you're basically, because he's a bigger character too, so you got to keep that in mind. Yomo says, why are you doing this to me, Justin? Sorry, man. I know that when people see like another Clone Wars, they're like, okay, man, can I still get like, you know, this version of the character? Can I get this version and start filling out my Clone Wars display? So I was just saying that this is really a good time to possibly pick up a few of those Clone Wars figures that, you know, you might want to kind of fill out your Clone Wars line. Or you can just kind of wait and see, like, you know, again, because we kind of see it with Ahsoka, you know, they do different versions of characters from that show as well, Rebels. So See Jesus Toys says, time to go to work. Thanks for a great show, man. Stay safe, everyone. See Jesus Toys, thank you so much for being here, man. Truly appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us in the chat. Hope to see you in more of my live streams, man. Really appreciated you taking the time to comment and being engaged in the chat, man. So I really appreciate it. Have a good one at work, dude, and hope to see you again. X-Men says, I couldn't find She-Hulk on Sideshow a little while ago. Yeah, dude, that's weird. I've been having trouble finding like certain figures on Sideshow when you're just typing it in to Sideshow's database. He almost says, it seems like they're removing the ones that wait list from the site for some reason. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Wayne Timothy says, can't wait for this Sidious to release. Yeah, he looks great, man. He really does. I personally don't have him pre-ordered, but he looks great. X-Men says, if I were waiting for Sidious, I'd ask Ray if he could get him and then cancel the Sideshow order when he does so I could get him cheaper. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, dude. Sometimes, man, Ray, like, I'll get him. Like, dude, there's been times I've gotten my figures from Ray, like, really quick. Like, once, like, it's he usually gets them pretty fast once Sideshow starts shipping. He almost says, I was tempted on the Chrome Mando sale. I think he's like 30% off at the moment. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not saying you won't be able to get Chrome Mando for cheaper possibly, but I'm just saying 30% off, brand new from Sideshow. And again, Yomo, I think you already know this about me, but like, I'm not trying to sell you the figure. I don't get nothing out of it. Like, it's not like me inside, like, it's not like Sideshow sponsors my streams or anything. I just meant that I have that figure. And if you can get that figure for a great price, man, that is a phenomenal piece. That Chrome Mando is fantastic, dude. Great figure. It's actually my first Hot Toys figure, dude. So, X-Men Supreme says, I need Chrome Mando eventually. You really do, man. I think, again, you might want to wait because they're probably inevitably going to make another one for the movie, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. But I definitely think he's an essential character in the Star Wars display. Wayne Timothy says, I honestly think Savage just might be the best looking figure in the Clone Wars line. The detailing on his armor and fabric is just crazy. I think I agree with you, Wayne. I really think I agree with you on this. And again, I want to just show this image again because just to see the size of this dude is just really exciting. I really feel like they got the width and the size of this dude down. He looks awesome. Curtis Booth is in the building, everybody. What is up, Curtis? Thank you for being here, man. It says, I can't wait for this Papa Palps to drop. My final payment keeps getting moved. It was supposed to be a few months ago. Now it's saying November 15th. So this is great information because we were just talking about this, Curtis, of like on Sideshow, it still says estimated to ship in September. So now your payment is November 15th. So it looks like it is imminent, but maybe not as imminent as I thought. I thought that this would come out this week, Curtis, but it technically could, since Sideshow probably won't get it for a little while after it gets released. So we'll see. X-Men said someone just sold the swoop bike on buy sell trade for like 150 LOL. I missed it. Yeah, dude, I eventually want the swoop bike as well. But yeah, man, I mean, this figure, and we're gonna wrap up here in a little bit. We still got 23 in the chat though. We got 23 in the chat. We've been talking about that Spider-Man announcement. We've been talking about the Savage Opress announcement. Again, if you're tuning in, I just want to, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot that you're tuning into to the stream, and I hope you're getting some type of value out of it. And I hope you're enjoying yourself because this is just fun, kind of hanging out with the chat, just talking about this awesome release. I mean, again, man, damn, dude, this looked good. This looks so good, man. And as cool as he looks with Maul, like he does look cool with Maul, but dude, I can't help it, man. This right here. I mean, this right here, dude, this is pretty epic. I'm not going to lie. This is pretty epic. I'm not going to lie to you. Man. Great looking piece. I'm trying to find, this is probably my favorite image, man, of the announcement. Like, I just love the fact that this, I know we kind of joke around about it, but this just massive hand. It's just in the forefront. He's got the saber behind him, just looking menacing. This is honestly kind of like what I would put in the display. And Man, what an announcement, dude. What a cool announcement. Like I said, in a year of great announcements, we knew this was coming, but I feel like it's been so long since we kind of saw that like teaser at that festival or at that Comic-Con or festival or whatever it was. So when this got announced, it surprised me. I'd almost forgotten about it because that's how much crazy stuff we've been getting. Curtis Booth says, love that you're doing a live at 1 a.m. right now. I have an operation tomorrow, nothing noting, and can't sleep. So this is an awesome distraction, even after joining late. Thanks, Justin. Yeah, no problem, Curtis. Again, man, I went live. You could probably see from the thumbnail. I kind of hate that that's the thumbnail that's up because people might be wanting to talk about that Spider-Man, which we did. But I'll probably go in there after the stream is uploaded and change the thumbnail to one that has Savage on it as well. And then the chat told me about 20 minutes into that stream, they said another announcement. So it was kind of cool to be streaming during that. But yeah, happy that you're enjoying yourself, Curtis. I really appreciate you being here, man, and the support. I really do. Thank you. X-Men says, LOL, looks like he has his hand on his belly after eating too many pickles. That's what I'm saying, X-Man. That's what I'm saying. This is great background story here, man, for the character. Absolutely, dude. And yes. Good luck, Curtis. Yes. X-Men saying good luck on your operation. Yeah, 100%, Curtis. I echo that as well, man. Should have said that first, to be honest with you. But totally agree. Good luck with that. And glad you're getting to watch a little bit of a stream. We'll probably go for another few minutes here. There was one more image. This is a great image too, man. And again, I'm kind of just going through these images. What I'll do is I'll kind of go through these for the first time, and then I really try to pick up on more detail the next time I go through them. And man, with this figure, this release here, or this announcement, I mean, what's not to like, man? I mean, again, even if you have no like connection to the character whatsoever, this is one that's definitely going to get your interest just because of how badass he looks. I mean, he just looks so badass. And yeah, dude, I'm just amazed at how good they did on this head sculpt, man. Like, that's really what's like sticking out to me, is just how damn good they did with this head sculpt. I mean, I just think they just knocked it out of the park, man. X-Men Supreme says, okay, but what about Savage in red and black? That's a great question, man. That is a great question. And just so I don't completely neglect, because we got two great, again, man, it's not for me, but the fact that we got a Savage Opress and a Spider-Man, I mean, that's really cool, man. I mean, that's at least like an exciting night. It's a Monday night, and I'm trying to get to that. Give me 1 second here, guys, because I want to get to this one picture, because I want to kind of compare it. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to continue. Okay, here's what I wanted to go over with you guys. So again, just to kind of go back through the entire evening, right? Real quick though, Curtis says, thanks so much, Ben Thomas, X-Men Supreme and Cheston, means a lot. Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. It means a lot that you're choosing to spend some time here, man, when you got all that other stuff going on. So again, man, truly appreciate it, and good luck, man. And yeah, can't thank you enough, man. Wayne Timmons says the texture on the head sculpt is insane. Loki Collector saying prayers up for speedy and safe recovery, and saying what's up to X-Man. Thanks again for being here, Calvin. Appreciate you, man. Really do. X-Man saying what's up to Calvin. So Calvin, if you're still in the chat, man, I was kind of name dropping you a little bit because I feel like you kind of had a great outlook on this figure, even though you're not as familiar with the characters, maybe some other Star Wars characters. You seem like this figure, you're looking for a reason to pick it up. That's kind of me as well. Like, I'm not super familiar. Like, I'm familiar enough with the character. I know what he's all about. I know like part of his arc in Clone Wars. But I'm kind of looking for like kind of like you when you said you got to do more research on the figure. Like that's kind of me. Like I want to do a little bit more research on just the character. And again, coming in at 280 for this quality, for how big this dude is, it's kind of nice to see a release get announced that's below $300. That's nice. And I just want to share this real quick. It's this is what we talked about at the beginning. So if you were joining in and you've stuck around and you were really just interested in the Spider-Man discussion, this one is an easy pass for me. I just want to kind of wrap up my thoughts on both of these. So for the Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0 red black suit style, this one's an easy pass for me. I think it looks really good. It's just not for me. You get these interchangeable hands here. You get this, regular base. You get the webbing, of course. And again, we've kind of seen this. Like I said, it's kind of like a creation of like a few of the advanced suits already. And even that symbiote suit a little bit, even the superior suit a little bit with some of the different accessories you get with this. And again, it looks damn good. I mean, again, I think the figure looks great. It's just going to be one I have to pass on. We got Malgus for Emperor in the building. Evening, fellas. Malgus, we've been talking about Spider-Man limited to 2,500 pieces for the Hot Toys exclusive. We've been talking about this guy right here. We've been talking about this dude right here, Malgus, Savage Opress. So man, it's been an eventful Monday evening, that's for sure. An eventful Monday evening, that's for sure. X-Men Supreme says the sculpt is very nice. Savage has a good face. He does, man. And you know what else he's got, X-Man? He's got man hands. Palette Gaming, in reference to what we were just looking at with this Peter Parker. I love that suit. Would the symbiote tendrils fit on that? I would assume so. Palette Gaming, but don't take my word on that. Definitely do your research on this because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I would assume it does, though. I would assume it does. Calvin, actually being a responsible collector, I need to learn a few things from Calvin. He says, actually the opposite, looking for reasons not to buy. That's what I need to be doing too, Calvin. But still always trying to learn more of the deeper layers of Star Wars, not to mention Maul is a favorite of mine. Yeah, that's kind of me too. Like the Clone Wars animated series is, and like the extended universe stuff is like probably the stuff. Again, I know about the extended universe and stuff I'm like not near as well versed in. But Clone Wars, I know everything that goes on in it. I just didn't get super into the series. But yeah, dude, that's kind of me. I'm trying to look for reasons not to buy as well. That's why I haven't fully committed to the Savage yet. But damn, dude, it looks so damn good. X-Men Supreme says, who decided Spider-Man needed to look like he was wearing overalls? Easy pass. I mean, this is a good point. X-Men. I mean, I see. I now can't unsee it. I now see what you're talking about. I was just about to ask you, what do you mean overalls? And now I see it and I can't unsee it. The Ben Thomas Show. Once again, Ben, thank you for being here, man. Really do appreciate you being here and talking in the chat. Ben Thomas says, I like this figure, but there's so many other game suits I would have preferred to see first. Yeah, that's the consensus I feel like I'm getting from a lot of people, Ben. Like this is a great comment because I feel like that kind of is, in a nutshell, how this announcement has been met. It's like, it looks great, but we've seen it before. We've seen, it is a different variation. It is limited, but like it just, I think I've heard this comment from a few people. Like I would have preferred some of the other suits. So this is a really good comment. This is one that I'm kind of in the same boat as you've been. Like there's some other comments. Like I think the strongest one that they've announced so far has been that symbiote, or not the symbiote, even though that looks great. The Superior Spider-Man I actually think looks pretty sick. Clinton Martin in the building. Everybody saying howdy, folks. What is up, Clinton? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us on a late night Monday night stream, man. Way more news to talk about than I anticipated when we went live. Just having a great time in the chat, talking about figures with you guys, looking at the pictures together. We've been on this journey together, and I'm telling you, man, I've been enjoying it. Clinton Martin says, just got to work. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about this, Clinton. We're talking about this Peter Parker Advanced Suit 2.0, limited to 2,500 pieces. But you know what else, Clinton? You know what else got announced tonight? Is this right here, Clinton. This was officially announced tonight. The Clone Wars, Star Wars Savage Opress. And he looks amazing. Calvin says, I have all 3 of the exclusive from Spider-Man 2. This is a hard pass coming from a Spider-Man fan. Hot Toys needs to do better than this. So yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, Calvin. Like, I mean, I love the character Spider-Man as well. I only have 1 Spider-Man Hot Toys. It's the red and blue suit, Tom Holland. But yeah, man, these video game ones look great. It's just this one just doesn't do it for me, man. I don't know if it's the color scheme. I don't know if it's the suit, if it's both. I think the Advanced Suit 2.0 looks amazing. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm kind of meeting it with like kind of a lukewarm reaction as well, dude. So CSA Clips says John Romita Jr., Steve Ditko, Todd McFarlane, they're the Spider-Man Hot Toys I would like to see. And dude, I'm telling you, man, be on the lookout, CSA Clips, because that could happen, man. Because we're starting to see a lot more comic book versions of the characters. Hano Studios is kind of a entry level 6 scale. Entry level is still going to be expensive, but definitely keep a lookout for that stuff, because I could see this potentially happening sooner rather than later. So we'll see about that. Clinton says, "Oh my, Savage, yeah, dude, it's great." And we'll click back over to it, but I want to get to this comment. X-Men says, "Superior Spider-Man. I didn't follow it in the comics, but the idea is terrifying. All that power, none of the responsibility. Didn't he rip someone's face off using sticky hands?" This is a great question, man. I need to get familiarized with that run. I'm not sure about this, but somebody that's deep into the comics could probably answer this, or a nice little Google search that I could probably do. But I didn't want to fake like I knew it, X-Men. I didn't want to fake like I knew this answer. But yeah, dude, you're kind of getting me excited about the Superior Spider-Man, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, because when this came out, I thought it looked really good. But the more I talk about it with you, and the more I'm looking at it, I mean, this really does look great. And this is October 2024 to March 2025. So we're gonna share this tab, and I'll be honest with you guys, this to me looks really good. The more I'm looking at it, like, I really like this. Yeah, dude, there's just something about this suit. Again, it's still the red and black pattern, but there's just something about the webbing, man, the eyes on this one. This is one that if I was to get one from the game that's available right now for pre-order, available to get, I would definitely be picking this one up, because this one just has that wow factor for me. The interchangeable eyepieces. Again, I don't think it's like a perfect announcement by any means, but it's one that I've kind of, the more I look at it, man, I just love this suit. I really do. I think it looks pretty sick. Yomo says it's superior. No pun intended either by Yomo. I think this is what he was going to say. It's superior. Absolutely, man. Let's see what else we got here. Palette Gamer says, once I was at a parade and there was a lady handing out free light up balloons, and I asked her for one and she told me they were only for kids. I was pissed. Give me the damn free balloon. Yeah, it would have been nice to get that free balloon, Palette Gaming. No question about that. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. There's definitely, I know this is stuck with you though, man. I could see. At least you're laughing about it with that emoji there. But yeah, man. X-Men Supreme says, I'm glad I didn't follow Superior, because I would feel the need for this figure. He's beautiful. Yeah, I agree. He looks great. Low-Key Collector says, now this has been calling my name since announced. Still need to order it, damn it. Yeah, see, this is what happens, Calvin. This is what happens, bro. When we see, we all talk about this together, and so we're kind of like enabling each other, because we're like, hey, man. But I will just remind you, Calvin, remember what we had talked about last stream, dude. You got Blitzway. You got the Ghostbusters coming, Calvin. Okay? Let's go full screen for Calvin here. Calvin, listen. You got Ghostbusters. You got the Ecto 1 potentially. You might have another DeLorean. I mean, you got stuff coming out, Calvin. So I know that, hey, look. We agreed, dude. This looks sick. I might need to order it as well. But I just want to remind you. Trying to be a good friend here. Trying to remind you of what's going on. And not to mention, we're still not done, man. There's gonna be so many more announcements this year. But yeah, I'm with you, Calvin. All joking aside, dude, I'm with you. This is this looks so sick, man. Clinton says, what suit would you want from comics or video games made? This is a great question. You know, I really liked the in terms of the video game, man, I'd probably say like something from. This is a great question, actually. I could tell you the comics one, but let me look at the video game ones real quick. I mean, Scarlet Spider is always one that's like kind of interesting to me. I always think that that's like a really cool suit. That's not my choice, but I'm kind of looking through these ones from the video game. You know, man, for me, so dang, dude, there's way more suits than I thought. So there's going to be a lot of these that are going to come out, dude, aren't they? Man, all right. My apologies, guys. I've been looking for this comment, and I went totally blank here because I did not realize how tough it would be. But for me, man, for the regular version, I personally just love the traditional suit. So like for the comics, I really like that comic book Spidey. I would just want like something like that or something from like the animated series. And then for the video game line, man, I don't know. I think the Scarlet Spider suit looks really cool. The Spider Punk suit looks really cool. You know, stuff like that. I just, you know. What about you, Clinton? What about you? X-Men says, and now Labyrinth figures. Yeah, I know, man. That's it's crazy. At first I thought you were kind of trolling about this, X-Men, but now I see that you're like super hyped for it, man. So like this is exciting, actually, man. So definitely check out that announcement from Infinite Statue and Caustic Plastic, man. Because X-Men says Labyrinth is top 3 movies, dude. Then you got to get this piece, man, because they make great figures. Pallet Gaming says, what's your favorite Spider-Man movie and favorite movie suit? My favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. And I'll be honest with you, man, a close second I think is Across the Spider-Verse, man. I love Across the Spider-Verse. Just loved Across the Spider-Verse. I won't say that's a close second because Spider-Man 2 is like one of my all-time favorite superhero movies still to this day. I just love it. It came out like a perfect time for me. Just love that movie. So yeah. Favorite movie suit. You know, I hate to do this, man, but I love the Tobey Maguire suit. I really do. I love the Tobey Maguire suit from Spider-Man 2. I just love it. I got a lot of nostalgia for that, so there you go, man. I just love Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi. I still think that's the best Spider-Man movie. Yeah, Spider-Man 2. And again, Spider-Man 1's fantastic too. So again, now that I'm thinking about it, like that's definitely in my top 3 or 4. And but yeah, Across the Spider-Verse is definitely in my top 3 or 4 as well. So hope that answers your question. But yeah, what about you, Pallet Gaming? Low Key Collector says, already have Afterlife Ecto 1 and the DeLorean, Batmobiles 9522 BVS times 2, Batwing and Tumbler plus 89 Batmobile en route. Trust me, I know all too well how slippery the game is. Yeah, I know, Calvin. Trust me, man. Trust me. I know that you're. I've seen your collection, man. I know. Yeah, I know that you know all about it, man. And I mean, that's an insane collection, dude. That's a great collection there. I have not gotten my first vehicle, dude. I've told myself the first vehicle I will get is a DeLorean. So I'm very excited to see what that Blitzway DeLorean is going to look like. Damn, dude, that's a lot of vehicles, bro. Good for you though, man. That is a sick collection, Calvin. X-Men Supreme says Spider-Man 2 has one of the best games. Yeah, it really does, man. Clinton Martin says they pretty much made everything Spider-Man. I'd like to see Agent Venom made. That'd be really cool too, man. That'd be really cool too, Clinton. That's a really cool idea. X-Men Supreme says that's so much space. Yeah, dude, that's the thing with vehicles, man. They definitely take up space, but just on live streams, I've seen Calvin's display. I've seen how he has his vehicle set up. I really like his display and setup. Palette Gaming says Spider-Man 2002 is my favorite Spidey movie, and my favorite movie suit is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I really like that Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit as well, man. And I'm glad to see you like 2002 Spider-Man. That's a great film as well. Absolutely love that one. All right, so let's recap real quick. Give you my last thoughts on this. And where is it? Here we go. So for me, again, just to wrap up my thoughts on this. And look at this. Just when you think you're going to wrap up, we get this. Ulysses Guinea. Let me know if I pronounced that right. Thanks for being here. It says Savage Opress just dropped on Sideshow. So do they actually have? So we've been looking at Savage. So we've looked over this, Ulysses, and are you saying that now the pictures are up and stuff on Sideshow? Because we were just looking and we were having a tough time finding. We saw that it was $280 pre-order. So I do want to see if they have the. I do want to see if they have the images up. So they do. So they do have the images up now. Very cool. Thank you so much for looking out, Ulysses. Really appreciate that, man. X-Men Supreme says the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of the best suits. Yeah, it is a great suit. So there you go, guys. Again, we've looked at through all these images. If you're just now joining us, definitely check the replay of this, which will be up as soon as we close up here. We're about to close up. We've talked about this Savage Opress right here that is up for pre-order for $280. Estimated ship date October 2025 to March 2026. We've also talked about this based on the thumbnail, but I will change the thumbnail to add Savage. Did not expect to get him today. We also talked about this Peter Parker Event Suit 2.0. And then we were also just talking about the Clone Wars line in general and also some different Spider-Man suits as well. So definitely check out the replay if you are interested in doing that. Again, Savage Opress is up for pre-order right now if you are interested in getting that. But yeah, guys, this is so for me, I think the Savage announcement is fantastic. I'm still unsure about it. With everything I have on pre-order, man, I just have to, I don't want to get up here and just always say that I'm pre-ordering stuff. So I'm going to really think about this one, but I'm definitely leaning towards pre-ordering. With the Spider-Man, easy pass for me. Not going to be picking that one up. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments below before we sign off tonight. And did we have a poll going or did we finish that up? No, we finished that up. But let me know in the comments below if you're getting any of these, if you're pre-ordering the Savage or not. Definitely want to hear what you have to say. X-Men Clinton, before X-Men Clinton said I'll have to check out Sideshow when I get home. Yeah, here it is right here, Clinton. So you can kind of pre-order this. This isn't limited or anything, so you should be good. I don't think there's any reward for, like, I don't think it comes with like any type of like, you know, thing like limited time run to pre-order or anything like that. So you should be good. X-Men says the images are up. They keep showing the thumbnail saying images coming soon when they have them all posted. Yeah, I just Googled this time, X-Men, and it was up here this time, but that's what I was getting earlier. Palette Gaming says, is it even realistically possible for a kid to make those mechanical arms? Like, I know he's a genius, but come on. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You got to disbelief, I guess, a little bit with Spider-Man, but yeah. X-Men says, LOL, yeah, and a broke kid too, just making the web shooters. Like, how did you accomplish this? Calvin speaking a lot of truth right here. 280, not too bad for that big body. Totally agree, Calvin. Totally agree, man. That's what that's what I was saying. It's kind of nice to see a figure release or get announced that's below $300 nowadays, man. So it's I definitely think the value proposition for at least the way prices are going right now is very good. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up, guys. We're about an hour and 50 in. Just wanted to get on here to talk about that Spider-Man announcement. Wanted to talk about, again, wasn't expecting to talk about Savage Opress, but what a great announcement we got there as well. 21 still in the chat. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Hope everybody enjoys their Monday night. I just want to throw this out there for new people to the stream tonight. I have a live stream every Friday night. Casual Friday. This is the thumbnail from the last episode where we talked about not only Hot Toys, but some Hasbro, some Marvel Legends, stuff like that. So every Friday about 9 to 9:30 p.m. start time. just for the sake of like, let's just say 9 p.m. Central Time on Friday nights. So definitely hope to see some of y'all that are in the chat tonight over there on Casual Friday. Appreciate it. If y'all want to check out that, so we do, this will be episode 7, and we have a really fun time. It's really chat driven like this one is. We have a good time talking about like a week's worth of stuff. So always a fun stream. Hope to see y'all there for that one. Again, Fridays, 9 p.m. Central Time. Pally Gaming says, thanks for being super chill. I'm glad I subbed. Hey, Pally, thank you for subbing, man. I'm appreciative that you decided to sub. Hope to see you in more of the streams, man. Really enjoyed chatting with you. Really enjoyed your perspective on the Spider-Man figures and the announcements. So really, really do appreciate it. Calvin says, appreciate the talk, Justin, in chat. Hey, appreciate you, Calvin. I always really, really enjoy listening to your perspective, man. We got to stream together one day, man. I don't think I've been on a stream with you yet. So I'll hit you up one day, man, because I definitely would love to chat with you, man. I always love when your perspective on all this stuff, man. So once again, truly appreciate you being in the chat tonight and talking with us, Calvin. X-Men Supreme says, good stream, Justin. I appreciate that, X-Men. I really do, dude. It means a lot to me. And thanks for all the support, man. Thank you for being here. But that's going to do it, guys. We still got 19 in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Let me go full screen so I can really look into your eyes here. Thank y'all so much for being here. 21 in the chat. Check out the replay if you're just joining in. Definitely, if you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If not, no big deal. Just the fact that y'all are here really means a lot to me. And Ben Thomas show, great show, good sir. Thanks for the kind words. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Ben. Hope you have a great night as well, man. Truly appreciate you tuning in and commenting and just supporting the show by being here, man. I really do appreciate it. And Wayne Timothy says, have a good night, Justin Chan. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Wayne Timothy. Truly appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us, man. Big Rib, same to you, man. Thank you, Justin, but thank you again, Big Rib. Really appreciate you tuning in, man. X-Men speaking what I'm thinking. Nice seeing y'all tonight. That's what's so cool, man. Going live, just chatting with people, talking about figures, man. We get to go on this journey together, get to enjoy collecting together. So, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Check out the replay if you just joined in. Really appreciate everyone. And yeah, man, it was an exciting night, exciting show. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.